सेटिंग्स का कुछ वहाँ पे नीचे नीचे वो फ्लावर है ना, हाँ यहाँ पे ऑडियो ऑडियो उधर है, ऑडियो
हो गया हो गया आ रहा है आवाज, हो गया क्लियर।
ऑडियो ऑडियो उधर ऑडियो
आ रहा है आवाज, हो गया क्लियर।
ऑडियो ऑडियो
So shall we start now? It's audible now. Due to some technical issue, there's a delay. So fine. So let us start now. So guys, welcome back and welcome all of you to the CSS Beginners to Advanced series, a very much awaited series which I will be taking of you from beginners to advanced, in which we will be covering CSS Basics, CSS Flexbox, and CSS Grid also. So, let me tell you one thing: we will give you participation certificate if you attend all the classes and fill the Google form, which we will be sharing in live YouTube chat only. So, please be attentive. I am not sharing manually; it's a system-driven process. System will automatically share this Google form now. So, hi all, let me see. Okay, fine. So let's start now. Okay, fine. So, welcome to the CSS Beginners to Advanced Series Day 1. It will be a 5-day session, and we will take almost 1.5 hours every day, in which we will be covering CSS Basics, CSS Flexbox, CSS Grid. So CSS Basics will take 2 days, CSS Flexbox will take 1 day, and CSS Grid will take another 2 days. So that's how we will be taking you. We will be completing this CSS in the next 5 days. So let me start. So let us start now. All are ready now. So all are ready. So yes, I hope before starting CSS, you all have a basic idea of JavaScript, basic knowledge of JavaScript, basic understanding of basic knowledge of HTML. So sorry, basic knowledge of HTML, basic understanding of HTML, basic. You know what is HTML, what are the tags, and what are header tag, paragraph tag, button tag, form tag, list tag. I hope you all know. So because it is required, it is mandate to have a basic idea of HTML. So let us start now with CSS. What is CSS? As the name says, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Why it is required? Why it is required? Because as you all have worked in HTML, and when you see in 1995 when I saw the Internet Explorer version 3, the Yahoo page, something contains only and only hyperlinks. So the page somewhat look like a page full of hyperlinks. So because in order to make this page beautiful, attractive, good looking, the W3 schools people have worked and have prepared CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet, in which we will be actually putting life to the HTML. How we can do this? There are actually three ways in which you can do styling to a HTML skeleton. What are these three ways? First one is inline, second one is internal, third one is external. So what is internal? Internal stands for internal means in the same HTML code. Inline means in the same HTML line or in HTML tag. And external means externally we will be adding CSS and linking it with the HTML file. So I will be doing or I will be asking some questions in the last. I will ask only one or two questions in the last. So let me see how many of you are attentive and how many of you are actually listening to me. There is no need of putting and making any notes. Please keep things in your mind. I'm taking you, or I'm actually uh, I'm actually linking the things, linking the theoretical with the practical more, so that you can be able to link the things properly and grab it. 1 second, muting the call. So sorry, a very important call was it. So I will be linking the theoretical and practical in such a way so that you will be able to actually memorize the things. So let's start now. Creating a basic HTML file. HTML, and we'll have, let's title it CSS Basics. In this I will do so I will be explaining you how to add CSS. Okay, there are three ways as I've told you: inline, internal, and external. So I will tell you first inline. For this, let's have h1 tag, and in this h1 tag, inline. So let me open it with live server. Open it live server. See now, perfect. So as you all can see, CSS edition inline. So how we will be doing the inline edition? So for this we will use style, and we'll add a style of background color. 1 second. Background color to 1 second. Aqua. 1 second. 1 second. Some technical error is there. So let me do it once again. And here, what is happening? Let me close it. Open again with live server. We'll have h1 and this. So CSS addition inline, and we'll add the style of color to orange red. So I saved it. So this is how we will be adding. Good afternoon, Rishabh. Good afternoon. So this is how we will be adding inline CSS. Inline CSS means adding the CSS in the same line. So now moving to internal CSS. So internal CSS will be add here for H2 will have the background color as aqua. So this is example of internal CSS. And next, the third one, which is external CSS. External CSS. So for this, as a name simply says, external means creating a CSS externally and now linking it with the HTML file. So we will be targeting this. We will be targeting H3. We will be targeting H3, and again we will use the background color in the form of hash double F double A double zero. So saved it, but when I'm saving, why it is not coming? Because as the name says, external, so you need to link your HTML with the CSS. So this is how simple, in a very simple layman language, I have taken you to link to add three types of CSS. First one is inline, second one is internal, and the third one is external. So now moving on to the next property, next next topic in CSS, which is called as the colors in CSS. Because colors are basically the lifeline of CSS, and without color you can't do anything, or you can't even uh, you can't do anything. You can't make your website attractive. So here, as you all have noticed, there are three ways in which you can add color. First one is the simply typing the name of the color, which I have did here, aqua and orange red. Second one is the hexadecimal format, which starts with hash. As I can guess, most of you are from engineering background or MCA or BTech, MTech, BE, from computer science and IT. You all have learned number systems here. So what are number systems? There are four types of number systems here, in which one of the type is hexadecimal number system. So hexadecimal number system contains the numbers from 0 to 9 and alphabets from A to F. So why? So this hexadecimal number system property has been taken up and has been introduced here to add n number of colors here. So this is the third type of addition of colors, which is called as the hexadecimal number system. And the last type is the RGB format, which is called as the red, green, and blue. As human eye can see a color using the combination of these colors. So let me take you to another page. One second. So, okay, let me tell you one thing. W3 school is actually HTML CSS is governed by W3 school. W3 school is the caretaker of HTML and CSS. So, as I've told you, first form of addition of color is simply typing the name of the color. So, there are around 140 color names which you can actually type. Second format which I have told you is the hexadecimal format. As you all can see, every color see has a hexadecimal code and a RGB format. Hexadecimal starts from hash 000000 to hash double f double f double f. It goes from black to white, and RGB has a range of 0 till 255. So you can give any range starting from 0 to 255, which starts from black to white or white to black. So this is how you can add colors to your CSS file. So there are three ways in which you can add colors, which I have told you. So moving on to the next important property of CSS. Let me see what is that. So once again, let us do some font properties here. So let me have a paragraph tag and have the dummy content, saving it, and here let us do some, one second. It is not coming. So let us do some font properties. Let us apply some font properties in this paragraph tag. So we'll have the font size of 20 px. Perfect. Let me change it to 50 px. Now it is looking nice. So let's have a font weight of bold. Nice. Now we'll have text decoration as dotted. Text transform to uppercase, so all the text will change to capital letters, and have a property of line height, which is 1.5 rem. Oh, it actually mess up, so we'll change to 5 rem, and we'll have a property of word spacing. We'll have 5 px, and we'll give letter spacing also of 20 px. So now we'll explain you each property, what all properties I have actually placed here. So one more very important property, which is called as a font family property, in which you will be adding fonts internally or externally. Internally fonts are those fonts which you can see here. And one second. Hi Saiteja, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon all. Welcome all. Good afternoon all. Welcome all. So I will not be doing once this again and again. Focus on the topic. Focus on the content, guys. We will do in the last. So I will be telling again. The system will share the participation certificate link by Google form in the YouTube live chat. So please focus on that also. And where I am. Mm. Okay, fonts. So let me let me tell you how to add fonts externally. So these are Google fonts. As you all know, Google have covered the entire of the life now. So they have developed their Google fonts also. So you can actually use the Google fonts. You can actually link the Google fonts in your HTML. So let us use this Lato, and we will be, one second, using this light 300 font. So in order to add, use double click, copy in the top, Control V, and here the font name is Lato, Lato. Control C, Lato. So as you all can see, we have successfully added the fonts here. So let me tell you what are these properties. Font family are the property with the help of which you can actually add fonts. Either you can add the internal fonts or you can add the external fonts externally with the help of Google Fonts. Second one, font size 50px. Font size is simple. Yeah, you all have worked in Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word. Font size is the size of the font which we will be actually using the unit of measurement as px. Px stands for pixel. Font weight is bold, as you all have seen, bold, bolder, light, lighter. This thing is here. Text decoration dotted. Dotted is a text decoration here. Text transform uppercase. Either you can go uppercase or lowercase. That depends on your requirements. Okay. Line height is 5 rem. Line height means the gaps between the lines in the paragraph. Fine. Word spacing, as the name suggests, word spacing means spacing between the words. So as you all can see, the spacing between here. Letter spacing as a spacing between the letters. So it's very simple. It's very easy. You can actually understand from the words only. No need to do any rocket science here. So now, one second. So these px, rem are basically are the units of measurement in which you can actually measure anything like font size, letter spacing, word spacing, and font weight, like that. Let me see if anything missed or not. So now we will be moving to the important topic in CSS, which is called as the classes and the grids. Fine. So let me remove all these things. Save it. Here also, because I need some space in order to make the things happen. So now perfect. So in order to understand classes and IDs, what are classes and what are IDs? Classes and IDs are basically used to target any element. Anything you want to target, you can use class and IDs. So classes can be used multiple times, but IDs can only be used one time. Class, as you all can see, is basically targeted with the help of dot, and IDs with the help of hash. Anything have a prior dot is the class, and have a prior hash is the ID. So now let me create a basic structure uh, and one second. In this div, mm, 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 one second. So let me have, in this div will have h2, and in this h2 will have category, and we'll have the unordered list. In this unordered list we have list, we have list item, and will I need 5 list item with anchor tags. So this is a shortcut. Let me show you once again. This is a shortcut. How many list items you need with anchor tags? So you need to type the name of the list item like that. So and press enter. One second. So here we'll have a class and div. Cat is the name of the class. Okay. And here let me see. So let me save it, and here cat1, cat2, cat3, cat4, cat5. Saved it. And here, as you all know, we don't want to leave this page, so giving the hash, even though we click it, nothing will happen. Fine. So now, what are classes and what are IDs? As you all know, as I told you, classes are basically used to target elements. So one second. So classes are basically used to target elements. And I've shared the attendance form. In case you want to fill it, please fill it. So classes are in IDs. So I have created a class, and now let's target the class. Control C, and as I've told you, dot is used to target any class. So here, let me create a category. We have created a category, and let me save it now. And here, one second, we will be adding the font family of Lito, so it is looking nice. So this is how you will be targeting any class with the help of dot in the class name. So now dot cat space h2, we will be using the text align as center, so that the header have shift towards the center. So in the same, let's have a border of 2px solid with green color. Let's have border radius also of 5px. Let's change it to 5px green. So what I did now, please focus. This is a box model property which I have introduced here. What is a box model property? So for this, let me copy, Control C, and I will open this in a different browser in order to closing it, inspect. So this is a box model property which I have created here. So what is this box model property? So a box, as the name suggests, box contains four things: content. Around this content have padding. Around this padding have a border, and around this border have a margin. So this, you can see here, this box is the box model. This is the content. Outside this have padding. Outside this have border. Outside this have margin. This is the box model property. Very useful property, being used n number of times in each and every project, and used to target any box using this box model property. So closing this inspect button and going back to the CSS code. 1 second. So here, this is a box model property which we have learned now. So let us have some more styles in the styling of this form. Dot cat is the main class, and here we'll target the list item and have the margin bottom of 5px. We'll target the unordered list. Here also we'll give fine. Margin bottom is simply the margin bottom. So here, let us have some padding in this list item of 20px. Fine, 20px is little bit high, so let's change it to 10px. And here, let's have a border bottom of 2px dotted of blue color. So this is how we will be styling the list. Let me change. Okay, so now let us have a additional hover property, which is basically a pseudo class property. So here we will be adding a hover effect in the background color is changing to orange red. So what is this hover property? See, this the hover property. As soon as you move the cursor to the category, the background color has changed to orange red. As I have mentioned, dot categories, dot cat is the category class. space A is the anchor tag, and hover is the hover property, pseudo class property. We have mentioned border color change to orange, right? So as soon as I move the cursor, see. So let's target the font size to 20 px, and we'll have list style as none, and here also the dots has removed, have the text decoration as none, so the hand text decoration removed. Okay, and here we'll give the text decoration as none, dot cat anchor tag. As you all can see, the underline item has been removed now. So this is how you will be styling a list here. One second. So that's it for the day, and tomorrow we will be covering the next of the basics part, CSS Basics, and after that we will have CSS Flexbox on Wednesday and CSS Grid on Thursday and Friday. And in case we have some time, we will be doing the project. That depends on the time. So I hope you all have filled attendance form by now. It is being present here. Thank you. Thanks for the day.